Hey there, it's Stacey with NutritionJobs, and I always recommend dietitians, health professionals, exercise professionals get engaged on LinkedIn as one of your preferred social media platforms. It may not be as exciting as Instagram, but it's actually getting more exciting. And it's a great way to network. It's a wonderful way to create opportunity, to attract opportunity, whether you're in business for yourself or whether you work for an established company. Either way, it is really a great place to attract opportunity, whether it's speaking engagements or new clients, whatever it might be. So there are a lot of different ways that you can network and meet new people or engage with your existing network of people on LinkedIn. And one way to do that is to engage with the posts that they create. And you can comment on their posts, you can engage and have interaction dialogue with both the author and with other people that are commenting on that post. It's a great way to get your name up there, your headline, maybe some of your insights that might be valuable, might be helpful. So the other thing that you can do on LinkedIn is obviously create your own post. Talk about what services you have, maybe what your expertise is, maybe an idea about something in the news or a trend in health and nutrition, whatever it might be. There are lots of different ways that you can engage with your own network. And there are lots of people that will tell you how often that you should be posting. I've got some ideas on that as well. And what types of posts you can do. You can do articles, you can have newsletters, you can have just general posts, you can have posts that are carousel posts, you can have videos. There's a whole range, just like on other social media platforms where you can engage. But I think one element that people don't talk about is, how do you know how well your posts are doing? And how do you keep track of ones that were posted maybe a week ago or even a month ago, and how to go back and look at their performance? And the reason why you would want to do that in the first place is to understand what it is that your audience is connecting with, what is magnetic to them, what resonates with them, what areas are you helping, whether it's your colleagues or potential clients, people that you want to eventually collaborate with, maybe at a conference. Looking at what your post analytics are over time is such a great way to do that. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how I like to do it. And I have to admit, I've been on LinkedIn for many years and it took me a long time to figure this out. I used to just copy the URL of some of my posts and look at the analytics that way. And then someone showed me this. I'm like, oh my gosh, why haven't I been doing this all along? Okay, I've been doing it for a while, but not since day one. Maybe it wasn't there since day one. Who knows? All right. What I'm going to do is going to show you how I do this. So here I am on my home page. You can just click your home page there. And this is my LinkedIn profile. I will then go over to the top navigation bar over here. And I'm going to click the little me. And you will see lots of different options. Let me move myself so that you can see this. Let's try that again. You can see that you can look at your profile, you can look at all your account settings, you can manage your company pages if you have a few of those up there, or showcase pages, or if you have posted a job on LinkedIn, you can look there as well if you're a company or you are looking to expand your company. Then there's this one under manage called posts and activities. Holy cow, here it is. That's a whole collection of all of your posts, both on your personal page and also on your company page. You can see all areas where you have posted, and you can see where you've commented, maybe videos that you've uploaded, images that you've uploaded, and more. And I like to take a look at, you can also look at your comments. You can see what types of engagements you're creating. So these will be comments that you have created on other people's, plus your own posts. You can see make some videos that you've uploaded. You can also go back to your posts. And so you can see, this is one I just posted just a few minutes ago, 42 minutes ago, in fact. And you can look and see how that post is doing. Well, let's look at something different though. Let's look at one. What was the last one that I did? Okay, here is one talking about nutrition informatics and how you can make money as a dietitian with data, for example. This one I did last night. And then you can take a look at sort of further out, actually after it's gotten a little more traction. And oh, okay, this is a good one because these all have about 100, 70 impressions, 100 impressions. This one has 1,400 plus impressions. And so what I'd like to see is like, what is it that resonated with people? Like, did they like this type of information? Did they like this topic? And I can look at I can look at a little more deeper into the informatics, and it will tell me how many people I reached, how many members of my own connections I was able to connect with, how many people looked at it and then sort of moved on. You can see the difference, how many reactions, how many reposts, which is a really great sign of engagement if somebody's putting that onto their feed for their members to see. So it gets your name out just a little bit more out there. You can see how many comments there were. Some of these could be my comments as well, in addition to as me responding to someone else's comment, maybe just acknowledging them. You can also take a look at the demographics. If you're trying to target entry-level people, or you're trying to target a specific industry, it will show you all of that here. You can go into that a little bit more as well. If you've got the LinkedIn premium, you can see more about who it was that was looking at yours. I don't have premium because I think you can do a lot of really great outreach on LinkedIn and lots of connections on LinkedIn just by having the free version. So there's no shade there. All right, so if I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom, then I'm going to look and see there's this section called View All Analytics and Your Tools. This, people, is where there is a ton of super valuable information. I love this section. So it will tell me over the past week what my analytics have been. How many followers do I have? Is there an increase or a decrease, or is it staying steady? What kind of viewers and search appearances? How often? What are my numbers? How many post impressions? That's good. I always want to sort of stay in the green, try to make sure that I'm always adding some value to other people's feed. You can also look at your the metrics that they use to evaluate you and how well you're doing on LinkedIn if you're reaching out to people. So they like to see that you post, they like to see that you comment, and they also like to see that you contribute. So they have articles that you can contribute to, which I don't do very often. I'll do that, but they just take a little more time, and I like to focus on my own audience. And then it just tells me what kind of tools that I have available. So then going back, I can look at a few other posts and see which ones are helping people. And I think that's really where I'm at. I want to make sure that I'm providing value, that I'm providing a really wonderful service. That's my goal. And if I'm meeting those needs. So people do like to see the job roundup. I have different ones. I have featured jobs. I have, lots of different types of roundups. And so I can see what's important to people. People really like to see the remote dietitian jobs, not just the featured employers, but they still like a lot of them. Here is a post that did pretty well, 1,000, and I talked about like how to showcase examples of your work on LinkedIn. That people found that helpful. It had not too many comments. I don't get that many comments on mine, and don't worry, it's not like other social media platforms where that's a really big element. On LinkedIn, people are busy, they're working, they're doing all kinds of things. So it might look a little bit different than other social media platforms, but people like to see jobs. They like to see when you talk about unique careers, for example, people like to hear about freelance nutrition writing. So back to your own practice and what your own LinkedIn profile, it might be that you're looking at your clients and maybe they want to have more information about specific education topics. If you're a sports dietitian, then maybe they want to see more information about specifically electrolyte solutions that you recommend or that you don't recommend, or what's great for this season or that season, winter versus summer. You can sort of provide a lot of information out there and see what hits with people. So people like jobs before they go into the weekend. You might see that the time of day or the day of the week that you post, you might have a different response. People are very interested in what I have to say on Fridays before we go into the weekend, I've noticed. And who knows what the difference is. People love videos. Okay, here's a great example. Here is one with over 5,000 impressions compared with the other ones. It's been around for a little bit longer too. And that is a great example of how, the content. So I should be focusing a little bit more on not just emojis, but also video. People like to see video. So that's really helpful, I think, for people to see. All right, so that's it. I'm going to just do a quick summary again. So you go to your home feed and where you can see your little me icon and scroll down to manage and select posts and activity. And there you will get all of your activity and you can see what your analytics are. And that way you can, again, see what it is that your audience likes, resonates with, and how you can be of service as a dietitian or health professional. I hope this is helpful. Comment below if you have any insights on your own posts and how you're now working with your connections. Bye for now.